Hi there, Kendra Tolbert here. I'm a registered dietitian and yoga teacher, and I specialize in women's health and fertility. And today I have a community-inspired practice for you. So I asked the community which words resonated with them most, and the word that came up the most was abundant. And so this practice was inspired by that word, abundance or abundant. So I hope that you leave this practice knowing that you are well resourced, that you are well supported, and that you are enough and have enough to create the life that you hope to create. All right, so there aren't any props that you have to have for this practice, so I always recommend grabbing anything that you think might make you more comfortable. We will be on our knees a fair amount, so if you have sensitive knees, feel free to grab a blanket, towel, or cushion, or anything else that could help to cushion your knees. All right, go ahead, grab any props you'd like, roll out your mat, and let's get started.
Come down to the center of your mat, onto your hands and your knees. Bring your big toes together and your knees out wide. Send your hips back to your heels. Reach your arms and hands forward and bring your forehead down towards the mat. Throughout today's practice, I will be offering the following affirmation. I am surrounded by abundance. Abundance flows into me. I am filled with abundance. Abundance flows through me. Feel free to repeat this affirmation with me or simply allow the words to wash over you. I am surrounded by abundance. Abundance flows into me. I am filled with abundance. Abundance flows through me. When you're ready, slowly make your way back up onto your hands and your knees. Bring your knees underneath your hips and your feet in line with your knees. Walk your hands forward. Lower your forehead down towards the mat and allow your hips to rock back just a bit, just enough so that you can rest here comfortably. Breathe here. When you're ready, walk your hands back. Come back onto your hands and your knees. From a neutral spine, inhale to arch your spine and shift your hips back. Exhale to round your spine and rock your shoulders forward. Inhale, arch, rock back. Exhale, round, rock forward. Inhale, arch, rock back. Exhale, round, rock forward. Continue moving through this flowing cat-cow at your own pace, allowing your breath to set your pace. Last time, come back to a neutral spine. Curl your toes under. Lift your knees, send your torso back towards your thighs. Lift your hips up and back, and lower your heels down towards the mat. Bend your knees. Rock your hips from side to side. Bring your hips back to center and straighten your legs. Then alternate, bending one leg, then the other, pedaling through your feet. Straighten both legs. Lift your heels, then lower your knees. Uncurl your toes and bring your big toes together, knees out wide, hips back, arms forward, forehead down for child's pose. Once again, I offer this affirmation. Feel free to repeat it with me or allow it to wash over you. Abundance surrounds me. Abundance flows into me. Abundance fills me. Abundance flows through me. When you're ready, come up onto your hands and your knees, knees underneath your hips, feet in line with your knees. Curl your toes under, send your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Inhale to lift your right leg, and as you exhale, bring your right leg forward with a bent knee and bring your right foot down between your hands. Rock back and forth. Then be still. Slowly nod your head yes. Bring your head back to a neutral position and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale to lift your left leg. Exhale to come to a low lunge on your left side. Rock back and forth. Then be still. Nod your head yes. Step your left foot back. Lower your knees and uncurl your toes. Walk your hands back. Rest your hips onto your heels and bring your torso up over your hips. Begin to circle your shoulders up and back. Now circle your arms up overhead and back. As you're doing this, you can envision splashing yourself with goodness and abundance, hope, joy, or any other positive thing you hope to have more of or become more aware of in your life. This time, as you circle your arms back, bring your hands to the floor behind you. Lean back, lift your hips, rock them forward, and then lower them back down. Allow your chest to shine up, and perhaps you tilt your head back, but only if that feels comfortable to you. Breathe here. If your chin was tipped back, bring it forward, bring your torso up, and bring your hands to your thighs. Draw your attention to your breath and rest here. When you're ready, bring your hands to the mat in front of you and walk them forward to the front of your mat. Lower all the way down until you're on your chest, and place your hands at the front of the mat to rest your forehead onto. Press yourself up to place your elbows underneath your shoulders, fingers pointing forward. Think of sending your feet, your knees, your thighs, and your pelvis into the floor. Chest shines forward. Breathe here. When you're ready, lower yourself back down to the mat. Chin rest on your hands, bend your knees, and shift your hips and your feet from side to side. Bring your feet and hips through center and lower your feet down to the mat. Slowly press yourself up and take a seat at the center of your mat. Bring the soles of your feet together and allow your knees to fall away from one another down towards the mat. Bring your hands to your ankles and begin to flap your legs up and down. Allow your legs to be still and begin to nod your head yes. As you look up this final time, exhale to hinge forward at the hips. And if it feels good to you, round your spine and draw your chin in towards your chest. Breathe here. Slowly, bring your torso back up. Bring your legs out wide, out to the sides. Feel free to bring your hips forward if that feels good to you. Have fun exploring different movements in your hips and torso, ankles and feet. Bring some stillness to your body and place your hands behind you, fingertips pointing towards your hips. Arch your spine, and if it feels good to you, tip your head back. If you dropped your head back, bring your chin up. Then bring your shoulders back over your hips. Bring your legs together. Lie down at the center of your mat with your knees bent and the soles of your feet flat on the floor, arms by your sides. When you're ready, I invite you to draw your knees in towards your chest, hug them in, and rock from side to side. Bring the soles of your feet down to the mat, arms by your sides. If you recently had a transfer, are stimming, recently had an egg retrieval, or for whatever other reason don't feel fully comfortable doing a twist today, bring the soles of your feet together and allow your knees to fall down towards the mat. Place your hands onto your lower abdomen and rest here. For everyone else, with your knees still bent and the soles of your feet still on the floor, lift your hips slightly, shift them just slightly over to the left, bring them down, and then drop your knees over to the right. Bring your arms out into a T at shoulder height and breathe here. Bring your knees up through center. Lift your hips, shift them to the right, bring them down, and then drop your knees to the left. Breathe here. Bring your knees back up through center. Bring your hips back to the center. Place the soles of your feet together and allow your knees to fall out wide. Place your hands on your lower abdomen if that feels good and comfortable to you. Everyone, straighten your legs. Bring your hands out to the side, palms up. And if it feels good and comfortable to you, I invite you to close your eyes and bring your attention to your breath. One final time, let's explore today's affirmation. Abundance surrounds me. Abundance flows into me. Abundance fills me. Abundance flows through me. When you're ready, stretch your arms up overhead. Give yourself a full body stretch. Bend your knees, then roll over onto your side. Slowly press yourself up to come to a comfortable seated position. Inhale to circle your arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale, circle down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Last time, inhale, palms touch. Exhale, hands come to the center of your chest. Place one hand at the center of your chest and the other on your lower abdomen. Take this moment to acknowledge every good thing that is in you and in your life. Thank yourself for taking this time to move and breathe. And I thank you for allowing me to guide you in today's practice.
I hope that you enjoyed this practice. If you did, I'd love it if you would hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell so that you don't miss any future practices. And feel free to leave me a comment down below. I'd love to know how you felt during and after this practice. Okay, so I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Be well, and bye for now.